Alrighty, good Friday, everybody. Hope everyone had a good week. What's everybody up to? Hey there, Trico. There you are. Couldn't have showed up 30 seconds sooner. I wasn't distracted. Alright. Drifty grabbing first. Hey there, Drifty and Jay and Thea and Ika and Crow. I don't know why I added an extra syllable to your name. Crow. Oh, that's a bummer. Um, I did not even come close to 500k this week off stream. I I literally just made myself do like one strand a night. Like especially like Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, okay, so Tuesday was a shit show. Tuesday was so stressful. Like holy smokes. And then the rest of the week I've just stayed up too late. No, that's not true. Last night I actually went to bed on time, but I was still up for 2 hours in the middle of the night, so I got like 4.5 hours sleep. I'm a little tired. But we're here. And we will likely get to 500k today. Maybe. Probably. Probably. But like seeing the tracker after 5 days with 5,000 stitches in total, seeing it drop to like this was so silly and sad. I did 23 stitches on Tuesday, 30 on Wednesday, 37 yesterday. I was literally just like, okay, what one confetti color can I put in right now? Hey there, Dilly. How's it going? But I didn't, so I obviously didn't finish the confetti that I wanted to, so that we could just do 310 to finish off today, but that's all right. We'll work on it. No, Tuesday was a shit show. Tuesday was the day Legs came home from his trip. And back at the end of May, when we had booked everything, I was able to get a nice 2 hour window from when his plane would land in Michigan to get him to the bus to come home. And then the weather decided to be an absolute monster on Tuesday in Chicago and throw a giant storm cell for miles, grounded all of the flights. He was stuck on the runway, and the plane didn't leave. Like it was like 2.5 hours late leaving, and then it was an hour flight. Technically, yeah, it was an hour flight. Um, Big streaking. So obviously missed the bus. So I had to get him a lift home, which was not an expense that I was planning for. A pricey one. Long journey. But it had to be done. At least he made it home. But man, that was a stressful day. So I like to think that the gas pump most likely glitching on me Wednesday was the universe apologizing for the ridiculousness of Tuesday. The cats acted like he never even left, really. They were just fine. No cold shoulder action. No jumping either. Just the usual amount. So glad it's Friday. Doesn't really feel like a Friday, but I'm glad it is. So what's everyone else been up to this week? Lower leagues in England started today. I was hearing some, I think, South Korea's entry or like competing songs for Eurovision Asia today on TikTok. They sounded more interesting overall than whoever competed this week or picked their song this week. I saw a comment that was like South Korea about to be the Sweden of Eurovision Asia. I think the one I like the most is possibly from a K-pop band. Like the singer is from comments. It sounded like I don't know anything about K-pop. Can you stop trying to like break the litter box? Oh, we get one more song from Malaysia. Helen. We should finish filling in the face of this horse. I think a lot of this area is this left horse. Because it's a lot of 310 mostly. Oh, I really did some annoying pathing over here last time I worked with this color, didn't I? Why would I? That's a silly choice. Oh well. I cut off my nice bridge from here to here of stitches because I put the two in already. And maybe we just go to the next color. Alright, what is next? People seem to enjoy it. I don't really have a high interest in it. No, I don't really know what it's about either. Seems spacey.
So chilly.
Hmm.
It's so chilly. Turn it off.
Nice. Now we get to talk about it twice a year. Legs is trying to give some cold air to my office because his office is too cold. Kakuna, Gen 1. Thanks. You're alright, Trico. It's just a fan. On the final color, able to start it since I already did the prepping. Nice. Oh, I was gonna see if you had seen the dice sorting game that's coming out. Seemed like another sorting game that might catch your interest. It's like roll for something. I forgot. I should have posted the video in Discord. But anyway, have a good shift. Catch you later. 3 p.m. my time. You start at 4 p.m. my time. Soccer as well. A lot of priority to sort out. See multiple screens. Even though you're not super great at multitasking. Soccer doesn't need that much attention. This was a weird week. Time passed very oddly. Played a lot of Pal World. Right back to it. Wednesday, I stayed up until, I don't know, way too late, like 1 o'clock playing. Tuesday, I went to bed kind of early because I was just too stressful of a day. I was tired. So Wednesday, stayed up late. Last night, I was in bed at normal time, but then I had the weird, couldn't sleep for a couple hours last night, so didn't even matter. Week was unusually fast for me. It's starting to be European soon. Here. Jade actually jumped up into my lap on my chair earlier and then just like hung out on my lap while I was playing Pal World. Went to bed at 5 this morning. I really expected Legs to like pass out hard when he got home Tuesday because he'd been up since 3 a.m. and then traveling until 5:30 p.m. But he didn't go to sleep until, I think he didn't come to bed until like 4:30 the next morning. I was like, all right. I got him up at like 4:45 p.m. on Wednesday. He started to come to bed at 6:30 on Thursday morning when I got up for work, but then he got out of bed to eat some food and he didn't go back to bed until like 2:30 last night. So his sleep is all over the place. To be fair, that's not unusual. Hey Sandy, how's it going? Wifey started her job schedule as an overnight nurse, so things are weird presently. Gotcha. Gonna get a few of these colors out of the way so we can fill in the 310. Yesterday I had to go over to my grandparents because my mom was trying to text me and early on in the workday some pop-up was happening saying that there was like multiple viruses. And it's like, I was trying to walk her through like how to do scans and things, but it's not working out. I'm like, I'll just come over after work. And had to attempt to show Grandma again what not to click on email-wise. How to identify a scam email. And not to open them. Hey, thanks, partner. Moth with the gigantic 58-month reset. Thanks so much. How was your week? Messy for sure. Trying to teach older gen computer stuff's always... None of it'll stick. Just... mostly it was trying to impress on her to just not open anything that she doesn't know is actually a bill that they have to pay or from somebody that she knows, like really knows. Ignore everything else. Graham needs to re-up on her corpo phishing prevention training. Yeah, that wasn't a thing when she was working. Not doing too bad today. I'm a bit tired. Didn't sleep very much, but we're here. It's Friday. Close to 19% on maps. I'll be working on that shortly. Nice. Kind of digging this song. It's just called Sin. And pretty good as well, and that's a bit scary. Yeah, it is a lot scary. I immediately opted out of fucking Twitch's new generative AI garbage. Just dancing alone. Yeah, I can't opt out of the stuff that's in the contract, but I can opt out of whatever this new thing is, though the CEO said they can't guarantee that opting out will actually do much of anything. It seems like. The illusion of choice. Yes. Capitalism. The voice command, it really like it makes me nervous to even say Twitch like at all now. I don't really enjoy thinking that it's just constantly running listening in the background. I understand that it needs to for like their auto captions, but it feels funny. A little more concerned about their ideas of like having an AI coach to like guide you when you're running sponsored streams on if you're straying too far from whatever the sponsor wants out of you. I'm putting it on Amazon. I don't think that's the case. Hey there, Schultz. How's it going? Well, all the movies about creators AI taking over while we're making more AI stuff. Because the upper management of the world got sold on an idea that they could somehow make more money for less effort and less workforce or whatever. And they will do anything and everything they can to get more pennies in their bank accounts. Even though it's not really working. Alrighty, let's do this ones. My company just announced that we're doing more partner stuff with the Claude engine. I've heard that name before, but I don't know whose engine it is. I'm like, why? Look, Kara, the anti-AI art platform that was built for people who wanted out of the meta AI bullshit, just got entirely scraped by an AI botter and selling the data. Made an AMA about it on Reddit. Technically not illegal. People are fierce. That's so ridiculous. That's so gross. Pattern Keeper was lying when we started today, but not as bad as it has been. Earlier this week, one of the days, I think it was Wednesday, I logged in to put my one strand in, and it said I had done like 220 stitches. I was like, no. So we'll take just 2 today. That's fine. Oh my goodness, Jadester, what are you doing? You love lamp? What's up, JD? Good? Nice job, Sandy. Such orange. Filling in though. I can't believe we're halfway through August. Why? Once we get these two little horses filled in, then we'll go back up to fill in this area. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I should just push forward and do... Well, no, because there's like 2 more horses, I think. And that would put us ahead of... or up the top. I guess we could come over to this column. It's where we're at the top. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. We only had to do 450 tonight to hit 500K. So if I get that, then tomorrow will just be smooth sailing. Full steam ahead. Not that it wouldn't regardless, but even if we did hit it tonight. Just hit it tomorrow, no biggie. Don't foresee a problem in getting it tonight, though. Oops. That was a sneaky stitch over here. The last couple days, kiddo figured out how to be quiet coming down the stairs, so he's been able to actually like sneak up on me for once and scare me. He's been having a lot of fun with that. Tried a few times before, but never succeeded, yeah. So of course, like, he actually did get me good for the first time a couple days ago. Rounded the corner into the kitchen, he's just standing in the middle of the kitchen. Like, did not hear him come down at all. It actually made me jump. He starts cracking up. I'm like, when did you level up your stealth? Little stitches at 3371 here, and then I think we're safe to fill in the 310. Because the other confetti colors go more into Orange Horse. Jump to 500k at an instant. It's pretty much all the gaps in this area. Look at the blue stitches. There's already some here. You missed them on Monday. There's a bunch more. 3371, but I'm ignoring it for the moment. Because it goes around here and down. I want to fill in this 310. After I take a drink. A little bit of some thirsty. All right. A little bit scattered here in these gaps, so we'll just do our best pathing wise. Well, maybe not the best that it could be, but it'll get in regardless. Think not. Stop it. Got it. It feels so good to get this gap filled in. Get through these freaking horses. They haven't been as bad lately, I will give it that, but they have not been fun overall. Love-hate relationship, yeah. Ugh, goodness. Cool. First little gaps done. Okay. It was really tempting to just break my stitching streak like all 3 days this week. Especially the one night I didn't even like, I was playing Power World pretty heavy and I didn't even pull out my stitching until like 11:30 or something. Yes, I gotta put it in. I gotta do one strand. Must have been Wednesday. I had thoughts of, well, I could technically just stitch on another project and keep a stitch streak, but I don't know. For some reason, I feel like my stitch streak is tied to this project. The spreadsheet doesn't see it that way, but I do in my brain. Did good juggling everything in your opinion? Oh, thanks. Now we get 600 streams of Return of the King. Ah, yes. And Monday is our 4-year Stitchversary. All the things, all the milestones, all at once. Hey there, Meg. How's it going? You do exclamation ROTK, it'll give you all the little stats. Mhm. I have a picture here right before we started it of me holding the fabric. That's what the fabric size is. It's actually the same size fabric as our original Rivendell, basically, but Rivendell's on 14 count, so the difference between 14 and 25 makes itself well known when you look at this is like 25% done on that Rivendell. 14 count. 25% on this piece was not that much fabric. A second. This was the top two sections of this piece when I finished last year. How much fabric was left? About half of it. I don't actually remember what percent that was. About 55.31%. So 55% looks like on the 25 count compared to the how much the 25% on 14 count took up. And here we are about to make it to 500,000 stitches done. And we'll only have 168,331 to go. Just slightly more than we stitched last year, I think. We did 140,000 stitches last year? I didn't add it up. 147,000. That's what it was. Four days, 20 hours ago. It spawned just after stream. It's really impressive. I don't think I could do such a big project. It's all one stitch at a time. Though it does help to have outside motivation. And enjoy the image you're working on. It does, yeah. The Dead Mouse and Foster the People song. Lyrics come in a minute. Sandy said she was doing orange with me, but I'm currently doing brown. I thought she was just saying hello from Orangeland, since she's working in oranges. Clarion. Just the new black, you know? I never did watch that show. Dead up to a certain point. Finally finished Grimm, talk about an emotional finale. Oh yeah. I only watched a couple episodes of Grimm. I don't know why it didn't pull me in back in the day. It was pretty up my alley. I don't know. I don't know what happened. 5 seasons, 22 episodes, 6 and final only at 13. It's such a bummer when the last season gets cut short. Thirteen is appropriate number for the show type, but at the same time, yeah. Short season for its era. And second, Kiddo's Calling. Literally, like, why are they doing this? This better be a dream. Thank God later. The details, but spoilers. Not a dream. Somehow looked like less stitches to fill in, of course, as usual. Maybe my hands are just being rebellious today. Talks about a movie coming for Grimm? Interesting. Scream TV show has been all over my TikTok feed this week since it's all up on Tubi right now. And people are actually like watching it for the first time. Yeah, some things don't need to like be revived as a movie 10, 20 years later. Keep pulling up on, you know. There's always rumblings of talks of another season of Supernatural as well, and it's kind of like, you know what? With the way it ended, especially, just let it stay dead. Like, they're doing some major fixing to how they ended it. Mm-mm. Leave it alone. I'm tired when I hear rumors of a reboot Grease movie. Grease was fine as is, and people still do it as plays, and it's got its little, like, musical version as well. Like, definitely doesn't need a reboot. It's a movie that belongs in its time period. I don't think I ever watched Grease 2. Maybe I did, like, once. Like when they did a remake of Hairspray, I was like, why are we remaking Hairspray? Another movie, product of its time. John Travolta, yeah. Trying to milk stuff. I know. A Wicker movie, that one's a pretty original seeming idea. Probably the most original idea I've seen in a while. Can we please have the corner? Why are you fighting me? I literally just put a stitch in there. Frick. Made me stab my finger. Rude. Really unpleasant sounds, and that's all. I'm purposely not marking these stitches off, by the way. I'm highlighting them, but I'm gonna save the mark off for the end. That's right. Gotta sit in the suspense. I mean, it's already been almost 2 hours. Oh, what? Oh my god, time is flying. What the heck? Stop biting my nails a long time ago. Now I made start again. No, don't do that. It took me so long to break my nail biting habit. I honestly have no idea how I did it. I can't break my chewing on my lips and my cheeks, though. I think that probably took over for the nail biting. I know how I stopped to start using nail clippers instead. Every day I clip them. And I clip mine when they get to a length that they're starting to bother me and that I know they'll start breaking anyway. I think, I mean, part of it was obviously like stimming, but also my grandma was a very hyper vigilant about me keeping my nails clean underneath, and that still carries into today. So like I'm constantly picking at them. If I see any little speck of dirt under the nail, like I have to get it out. So I think it was also just easier to not have dirty fingernails if they were shorter. So I'd just bite them off. Like that better because I can then get them shorter. I used to bite mine all the way down to like the bed. There was actually like no whites. I still have that's that's a thing with my toenails. I don't like the whites on my toenails, so I was cut those off. Oh, a Chansey, not a Clefairy. Getting closer to filling in this gap. I can't believe it's almost 8 o'clock. Same with both hands and feet on the white. It's gone as soon as I see it. A little bit of some warm today. Back in the 80s. It's definitely warm in my office. I'm feeling it in my hands and they're getting itchy. He had his door open, letting out some of his air conditioning before he shut his air conditioner off because it was too cold in there for him. But it doesn't really impact too much for that short amount of time. 101 here, heat index of 118. Our heat kind of disappeared. I've been actually in like the 40s in the mornings again. Still been getting into the 70s, but summer was like, yeah, bye, basically. For now, anyway. I think I did this week on Wednesday. There was an eclipse, and I got to see a mink jump up and down in the water looking for food. Nice. I don't think really any of the eclipse was visible here, but I didn't even try to go see it. Um, Oh, it makes me think of Raft. Is that the Raft song? I think it is. Wait, yeah. I never knew the name of it. I think this is though. It sounds like it. A different mix, maybe, but this part, especially. Like when you're at the loading screen. Mink was better than the Eclipse. I mean, it makes sense why I wouldn't know the name because I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. Jarlager? Something like that. Also, I tend not to look up songs from video games. I guess, typically. It's Icelandic. I thought so. I'm stabbing myself like so much tonight. Hands are getting sweaty. Ugh. The whole thing tonight. An orthworm. Orthworm. I don't know. I said the second O incorrectly. Basically, earthworm, yeah. Definitely. But orth. No, that's not where I wanted you to go. Oh, shit. Oh, imagination on that name. Alright, let's mark it off. Ooh, that's so close. Can you do 98 more in college? Maybe. Maybe so. Ow. But knowing me, I'll probably end up going over. Or we'll stop at 999. Like, no. You gave me ideas now. Yeah, it kind of just feels like you told me I could leave work early. Not gonna lie. It's just not a thing I get the privilege of being told anymore. But I'll take working from home. It's fine. Still a little bit irritated about my new whatever it's supposed to be role at work. Met my new manager on Tuesday, and they basically were like, give us 6 months, and then if it's not for you, we'll work with you on where to move to. And I'm just confused. Like, I'm supposed to be. This team is a non-production based team, yet there's been no change. We are still processing like we always have been. And we're expected to keep up with the claims per hour rate of the basket we're assigned to. But we're non-production, and those metrics won't apply to our bonuses. So why do we have to focus on it? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't like the still unknowingness of it. Never figure it out, things. I know it's only been like 2 weeks, but still. Oh my god, this itch is like bone deep. Stop. Hate that. First when that happens. It's usually when I start biting myself. Trying to refrain. Gnawing like a dog with bone, exactly. I don't know why it's effective, but it is most of the time. I'll question it as long as it stops. Fair. Does this horse actually have like a mane on it? It gets an eyeball-ish, an eye section, and a mane? Wow, what a special horse. This? I don't think so, not really. Not distinguishable. This might not even be a mane, it might just be like background shadow or something. We'll see. Yeah, not a good one. Yeah, they fixed the name of it a while ago. Remember pointing out the chunk actually has a name. It's not just an emote anymore. That's not the I side. Yeah, they changed the UI on my mobile app, and I don't really like it that much. But it's whatever. It is what it is. I don't notice it on desktop version, not yet anyway. My desktop version's updated like 3 times this week though. It's just all so flat. No dimension to it now. On mobile. Yeah, it's a lighter gray. I use dark mode, so I don't know if you use light mode. I don't know, maybe I've already adjusted to it, but when it first changed, it just looked like so flat. But there is still some like lighter and darker spaces, I guess. Okay, have fun. Dang it. I lost count. I was trying to keep track. I lost it. How will I know now? I won't. And we'll probably go over. Fine. Just gonna finish out the strand. It'll be close either way. Alright, let's see where we ended up. Nice. I actually was kind of hoping for this one, so I'm glad it worked out. 500,005 stitches. We've done it. We've crossed 500,000 stitches. 168,326 more to go. A flapple. Look at that flying apple core. Gen 9's so funny. Or 13 or whatever the heck we're on. I don't know. Whatever these ones are. These new Pokemons. Can't keep up with them. Oh, Introskip, I hate it. Thank you. Alrighty. That is gonna do it for us today. We have met our goal. Let's put in 455 stitches today. You know, it's just better than the 23, 30, and 37 the rest of the week, but that was intentional at least. Not just me being actually lazy. We are at 6,840 stitches for the month and 83,005 stitches for the year. I don't know. Right now it's kind of looking like we're not gonna meet the same amount of stitches as last year overall, but we'll see. We shall see. The stitching. Well, hey there. Too much power, maybe. Mayhaps. No, just because we've only got 4 months left. 4.5 months. But I am getting out of here. Are you crafter of any sort? You taking my script from me? Craft and survival games. Thought you were gonna go to Warcraft. World of Warcraft. Couldn't help it. He does know how to crochet though. And likes to draw and do origami. There are real life craft things. But I'm getting out here so we can play some more Power World. I'll be back tomorrow. Normal stream time. Real life craft. Holding napkins into birds. No, people do it at restaurants. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. We made it to 500K. I appreciate you all as always. Have a good rest of your evening, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.